Number 8, you lack discipline. Self-discipline is a skill that anybody can learn. It's not something you have to be born with. The problem is that a lot of us have created some internal programming that rewards decisions with things like entertainment, food, buying more stuff. The trouble is the decisions weren't good decisions in the first place. Because feel-good chemicals in your brain are released when this occurs, you become dependent on the bad decisions because they result in the reward. Just seeing comments on your Facebook page releases those addictive feel-good chemicals. You can become hooked by your behaviors, which is why it's so hard to change. It's hard to say no to something that makes you feel good. Face it, we now have a whole nation of parents who can't say no to their kids, and they're in charge of them. It's what parents are supposed to do. Do you think they can say no to themselves if they can't to little kids? Not likely. Trying to change behavior means that the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde inside you will be fighting constantly. I'm going to change. No, you won't. The only way you succeed is by answering the question, why do you want to improve? It may take some thought to arrive at the true answer, but having that goal is what will motivate you to keep going. And that goes hand in hand with self-discipline. Let's say weight loss, which is a common goal. The person who opts for the healthy choice over the fattening choice, they want the fattening stuff as much as you do. They just have the ultimate goal of a slimmer version of themselves more clearly in mind than you do. They visualized it. Then discipline occurs naturally in pursuit of that goal. So how do you develop discipline if yours has slipped or wasn't there at all? Well, just like you learn to walk, one step at a time. And baby steps too. After all, that's the natural order. Here's a great way to get started. After your warm shower is finished in the morning, turn the hot water off and leave the cold on. Stay under the shower. When the water becomes cold, count 5 and then shut the water off. That's all it takes, just a few seconds. You'll hate it the first few times, and then later it will be like nothing. Pretty soon it's the same body and the same temperature water, and it's the same nervous system, but it's not the same mindset. The experience won't be the same when you get used to it. This simple habit drives a powerful message into your consciousness. You do something that's challenging, uncomfortable, and you overcome it and later shrug it off. Can you imagine what will happen because of this simple exercise? It's like training wheels for your willpower. After a while, Dad takes the training wheels off the bike and wow, you're riding while balancing on a skinny wheel. That moment is like the first time out of the nest for a young bird, isn't it? Well, we're like birds. When life beats us down, we tend to return to the nest. We stay at home, on the couch, where it's safe. Every time we take a chance, something awful happens. And then as a result, we don't accomplish anything. Sure, you may want to do fantastic things, but then that other part of your brain pipes up and says, you remember what happened? The will to accomplish comes from the ability to endure hardship. I'm going to say that again. The will to accomplish what you want comes from the ability to endure hardship. Cold water isn't going to kill you. It isn't even going to injure you. And 5 seconds in 24 hours isn't even going to amount to much suffering on a daily basis, but it's a great starting point to regaining your willpower. And to be successful in self-defense, you have to gain the mindset that says, no, I won't be your victim. And I don't care if I get busted up, because at the end, you'll be dead.